Yes.
That the people in power, their interest is to appropriate that power at the expense of a few people. So normally they only change things when they are forced to do. For example, when the whole talk about handshake, President Ruto will never shake the handshake of Raila if he thinks that he is rightfully in power and the majority of the Kenyan people support him. But the day he loses the majority and he says that the integrity of his very government is under threat, he will be the first person to pick the phone to call as a mere leader. Brother, comes, let's talk. So we are more driven by the circumstances we face at that very given time than what we will or do not will. For example, it took a few people to sacrifice their life. That was not anarchy, to challenge the white minority government at that time, the colonial government. Assuming that people did not want anarchy, nobody wanted to use firearms to overthrow such a dictatorship of the white minority. We could have still been under the yoke of colonialism. So at this point, I think what we need to say, that for us to force even any changes within the Finance Act, it will need immense pressure from below. And every person in Kenya that is affected by this finance bill must join in to help to hold this government accountable based on these very important dates, because these laws will roll out in 3 important dates. We have the 1st of July, which is coming pretty soon. Then we have 1st of September. And then we have the 1st of January next year. Now, if we sit down that we remain helpless, that the 14 days have expired, nothing will happen, it basically means that we are relaxing the tensions on this government. And we have seen how the people in power can behave when they realize that the power is absolute and the people are supporting him. About Raila's involvement in opposition politics, I think if it's really for the good of the people, we have not achieved there. There is no reason for him to retire. After all, the vulnerable people are still there. The poor people don't even know how to defend themselves. Sometimes they don't even know how this finance bill will affect them. So they need somebody to highlight and to mobilize them, to organize them, to defend themselves. So I think at this very moment, in fact, we should be embracing the legacy of the people who have stand up to fight for this country.